Hello, my name is Cesar Garcia. I'm the judge of County Court 10, and I'm running for re-election. I'm the judge of County Court 10. County Court 10 is a civil court, not a criminal court. So we hear cases that are appeals from justice of the peace, and also cases up to $250,000 in the amount of controversy, which can be car accidents, breach of contract, debt collection, stuff like that, deceptive trade practice. But a little bit about me. I went to UT undergrad, and then I went to SWT back when it was SWT, then I was Texas State for my graduate degree, and then I went to St. Mary's for law school. When I was a solo practitioner for about 7 years, but before that, my first job out of law school was I worked at the law offices of Wainwright doing personal injury and workers' comp, and then I became a solo practitioner where I mostly focused on juvenile defense and personal injury and also business disputes. Then I left, I closed down my firm and became an enforcement attorney for Texas Health and Human Services, where I advocated for the elderly and the disabled. I was kind of like a prosecutor against nursing facilities and home health agencies for violations of the Texas Administrative Code, mostly dealing with infection control and emergency preparedness. Also, during that meantime, what I did as I'm a Democrat and I believe in fairness, equality, and inclusion, and so I was very involved in nonprofits here in town. I was a board member and board chair of the Rape Crisis Center of San Antonio, where we advocated for the rights of survivors of sexual assault. I was also a board member and a reading buddy for San Antonio Youth Literacy, while we tried to help second graders get on third grade reading level by the time they got into third grade. And then I was also on the Feral Cat Coalition committee of my neighborhood, where we trapped stray animals and got them fixed and all their shots. I got a couple in my cul-de-sac as well. But as judge, what I did is when I became judge, I inherited a big backlog from COVID because there was a COVID moratorium on evictions. I created an additional docket to help alleviate that backlog. And so within the first 6 months, that backlog was gone. And then after that first 6 months, I created 3 additional dockets. One was called a general docket, one was a dismissal docket for old stale cases, and then another one was a status docket to see what those old stale cases are up to. And then with that dismissal docket, I asked my court coordinator to put a bunch of debt collection cases on there because I believe that income inequality is a big issue that affects everybody. And so those companies had their opportunity, had their day in court, or they had an opportunity to have their day in court, and they missed the boat. And so as a judge, you have the inherent authority to control your docket and to dismiss stale cases. And so I created that dismissal docket. And so I've been forgiving credit card debt, medical debt, and student loan debt for the past 2.5 years about. And so that's something that I really believe in, and I hope to continue doing that in this re-election campaign. We've also gone paperless, and we've brought in a bunch of resources from the San Antonio Law Library and San Antonio Bar Association into the courtroom to help self-represented litigants navigate their way through the legal process without having to endure the cost of an attorney.